Hey, this is Brann from Mastodon. I came up with the original riff inspired by a compilation of Egyptian top 40, pretty much wall-to-wall bangers on that CD. Today, we're breaking down Blood and Thunder. So, Blood and Thunder, that was the opening track to the album Leviathan. It was one of my dictaphone songs, so I used to have this little tape recorder. I came up with the original riff, playing guitar. A lot of the stuff that's a little easier to comprehend, like guitar-wise, is I write that stuff because I'm not a good guitar player, but there you go. We had booked a tour with the band Clutch, and it was a 2-month-long tour that got us from the East Coast out to Seattle, where we recorded Leviathan. We essentially played the whole album every single night just to practice and figure out what it was going to be. The Neurosis guys told us that they did that with Through Silver and Blood. They were like, oh yeah, we went on tour for 2 months and that's all we did was play those songs and like hone them live. And we were like, that makes a lot of sense, let's do that. And by the time we got out to Seattle, we were completely fried, and our producer guy, Matt Bayless, was like, hey, cool, don't ever do that again. The opening fill for Blood and Thunder was pre-planned. That's what was in my head, first and foremost. I knew I was busting in with that. It was one of the first things I remember reading negative on a message board or something, you know, like it was like somebody's like, he doesn't even come in the right place. I'm like, what? That's exactly the right place. Anyway, we all hear things differently, right? I could do a way longer version of it. Everyone's lucky that it was as short as it was. So the bridge of the song was inspired by a CD I got back in the early 90s called Yalla, Egypt's Hit List. Pretty much wall-to-wall bangers on that CD. That's sort of where the inspiration for that particular part came from. And luckily, I have 2 badass guitar players that can like play that exactly how I had it in my head, and even way better. It's cool, it breaks up the song and leads us into the big, monstrous part that Neil Fallon sings on. I wrote the lyrics in the front seat of the van while we were driving down the road, and I remember the specific part in the middle that Neil Fallon from Clutch sang, where he was going to be our voice of Ahab, which to me is like an iconic part now, which is awesome. I'm so happy to have Neil's voice on that, because it is the absolute perfect voice to portray Captain Ahab. It's just, his voice just sounds like a salty sailor, you know? Neil's the best, and I'm so happy that he sang on that part, because it makes me real happy every time I hear it. I can't believe that Neil Fallon is singing on a song that us guys in Mastodon wrote. Very cool. I had gotten some bad news. That riff just was playing over and over in my head, kind of accompanying the bad news. I don't know, I just had this image of these like giant water buffalo or oxen just kind of smashing their hoofs down on mountains and things being obliterated, and just think it's a very powerful ending to a song. And it's a real powerful ending to our set whenever we play it. You know, I could see it on people's faces when we play that song live, and it gets to that part, they just are like, oh.
So hopefully you're enjoying the video so far. We actually just launched a brand new course at Drumeo called 30-Day Double Bass with 6/6 Samus. If you've never played double bass before, this is the perfect course to check out. It'll take you from never having played double bass before all the way to playing some grooves and fills. So if you want to check it out, the link is down below, drumeo.com/trial, and you can try out the course for free.
I remember talking to our publicist at the time because we wanted to lead with Blood and Thunder. We thought that I was like, this is gonna be a big song for us. I think it's catchy. It's really catchy. I remember being on a payphone and it was raining and our publicist was like, we can't lead with Blood and Thunder. We can't. We gotta lead with Iron Tusk because Iron Tusk is more like the Remission stuff and you don't want to ostracize your fan base that you already have. I'm like, okay, whatever. And then we came out with Blood and Thunder second. But really, Blood and Thunder was a springboard for a lot of things for the band. You know, I feel like that was the one that ended up on Tony Hawk, and it was on all these samplers, and it got us on Ozfest, and it just really probably still it's one of our most popular songs. We usually almost always close the show with it. When we play that song, they know the show's over. If we play any other song last, they're gonna think that we're coming back out to play Blood and Thunder. So we have to end with it at this point.